is my first official pregnancy video. So yeah, the video is titled 4/5 weeks. Yeah, so I'll explain that. I had my first OB appointment yesterday. Yeah, it wasn't as long as I expected. But the doctor he was cool. It's my first time with a male OB. Normally when I go see an OBGYN, it's female. And I actually said I wanted a female, but the soonest appointment they had with a female was during the day when I had to work, and I didn't want to take off work. So then they had one in the late afternoon, but it was with a guy, so I took it. Yeah, he was nice. He was an older gentleman. He was just like kind of like a person like I've seen it all. And so he went over my current health problems with my family, and all of my current medications. So he went over that and decided, you know, which medications I could stay on, which medications I needed to come off of. He only took me off of one. He took me off of my Stelara, which I take for my psoriasis, but I only take it every 3 months by injection. So I will not be doing that every 3 months. So I won't do 3 injections. And I actually see my dermatologist next month, so we'll discuss that. I cannot take that medication anymore, which my dermatologist had already said, you know, when we get pregnant he would stop the medication. So we pretty much went over that, and then the doctor, this is where the whole 4 or 5 week thing. So I put my due date at the 24th because the date of conception would have been October 31st, because that is the day that I ovulated. Well, of course, doctors, going by your last period, decided that my due date is July 14th. So I'm like, no, it's the 24th, but I didn't say anything. We'll see at my ultrasound. I go back in 2 weeks for my first ultrasound, and so I'm sure that will date things, and he can be like, oh, okay, it's the 24th, because I know this for sure, because the 14th doesn't make sense, because I only ovulated on cycle day 25 and not on 14 like a normal human being, because I don't ovulate like a normal human being, or I didn't, because I won't for 9 months, hopefully. Yeah, one thing, he was just like, okay, things seem good, okay right now, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. And he answered all of my questions. I had like a giant list of questions, and he went through a couple of them. He kind of like snickered. He was like, oh, it was kind of, at first I was taken off. I was like, why did he laugh at my question? But then it was more of a laugh, like, oh, that's cute. She has all these questions. Haha, that's adorable. So yeah, but he answered all of them. Like, if I have any concerns, like, you know, and it's like midnight and I'm just like freaking out about something in particular, like the phone number I could call and to actually talk to someone even at midnight. So that was cool to know that 24 hours I can call a number and I can at least talk to a midwife or a doctor about what's up. Yeah, but they said I can talk to either a midwife or a doctor, even if it's midnight, 2 in the morning, whatever, if I'm really, really concerned about something. So that was pretty much my appointment, and we go back in 2 weeks. I get blood work done. The doctor wrote up for my blood work, but we're waiting for the guy to call us back. We actually hired a private nurse slash phlebotomist person to actually come to our house and take my blood, because I am a very difficult stick, and yeah, it's hard to find people who can stick me correctly. Like, you should have seen, like, when we went to the doctor to have an HCG test the other day, like, the doctor got 2 drops of blood and then we went to the lab and they were like, yeah, we need more blood. So then the people at the lab did it, and even took him like a minute to really get it, but he got it. So, but this guy who comes to our house, he's amazing, and he pretty much gets me. Sometimes he'll have to poke me twice, but generally he's right on, and he's really good. But yeah, my symptoms, I'm just really, really hungry, like all the time. I'll be, like I said before, I'll be fine 1 minute, and the next I'm starving. And so I've noticed I actually eat less now. When I'm starving, I'll eat, but sometimes only like a few bites, and then I'm satisfied, and then I guess the baby's like, all right, I'm done. But yeah, I'm just like satisfied. I will eat a few bites, and then I'm like done, and then I'll get hungry a little while later, eat a few bites, and done. I don't eat nearly as much. I don't have a desire for really, really sweet stuff like I normally do. Like, I am a sweet tooth, and even I had chocolate mousse at IKEA yesterday, and I was just like, it's chocolate mousse. And normally I'm like, chocolate mousse. But yeah, I was just like, chocolate mousse. I have ice cream in my freezer, no desire to eat my ice cream. Yeah. And I know some people were like, if you crave sweets, it's a girl. If you crave salty and sour, it's a boy. Well, I'm not even craving salty and sour. Like, I guess you can count it as something sweet. The only thing I crave is fruit. Like, that's all I want is fruit. In the mornings, I eat cereal and banana now, and I hate bananas. Bananas are one of my least favorite fruits, and I've been wanting to eat bananas like almost every morning. And actually didn't have bananas with my cereal this morning, and I was just like, this cereal's disgusting without the bananas. And it's one of my favorite cereals, and I was just like, So, yeah. The nauseous, it still just comes and goes, just randomly. Sometimes I'll feel it, not terribly nauseous. But going to pee all the time. It's worse some days more than others. Like, some days I really have to go all day, and then other days, I mean, I'll have to go a lot, but it's not as terrible. So it goes back and forth. So yeah, we've told some family. So my mom obviously knows. She's known since like my first test when I barely got a line. So yeah, my mom knows. I told my best friend. I was going to keep it a secret until I went home at Christmas to surprise her, but I couldn't do it. I sent a Facebook message to my cousin. He's like my first cousin. So I told my grandma yesterday, and I told my godmother yesterday, and we told the in-laws yesterday, because we wanted to wait until after our doctor's appointment to say anything, but only to like really, really close people. And so we won't really say anything. We'll tell more family at Christmas when I go home, and then after New Year's, I think it's only planned to make like announcements. So yeah, that's it. I'll show you how we told the in-laws. I'll put the onesie in right here. Yeah, it says I love my grandparents in French. Yeah, obviously since I live in Belgium, my in-laws speak French. So yeah, we bought a onesie yesterday, and I wrote on it, and yeah, we surprised them. But my mother-in-law knew something was up when we came in with flowers and a gift bag and some non-alcoholic party drink. She was like, something's up. They have lots of things. What's going on? And they weren't expecting us to come over. So yeah, it was nice, and they were very excited, and she was so excited for about 10 minutes she couldn't sit down. She was just like spazzing. It was hilarious. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our first pregnancy video. I'm excited. Like, it's amazing. Like, we were planning fertility treatments and getting ready for them, and yeah, we don't need them. My husband sent an email to the fertility clinic and he was like, can you cancel our appointments? And then yeah, to other appointments they had set up for me, and he was like, you can cancel those. So yeah, I guess maybe if anything new happens next week, I'll make a video, but if not, in 2 weeks, expect a video from me. Alright, bye.